And Steve,
I'm doing great, Mike. How you doing?
good. How was your weekend?
It was really good. How was your weather? Our weather was beautiful.
Oh, it was amazing yesterday.
Yeah, our family decided to, because we needed a quarantine sport, we decided to take up badminton.
Ah,
So we've
so
been
did you
playing.
buy a badminton net and set
Yeah,
it up in the backyard
yeah. Kathy
as
and Layla
family
were.
camps are wont to do?
Yeah, Kathy and Layla were at Costco, and it was like an impulse buy, and it's an interesting game because I mean, like I probably played when I was a kid, but when we started, we just could not do anything. And then I kind of find it fascinating, maybe as somebody who's intrigued by learning anyway, the fact that as we were practicing and practicing, we actually started getting good at this. And at first, it seemed hopeless. So I'm excited.
I put stuff behind me. If you haven't noticed,
I saw pictures on the Twitter. Look at that.
Yeah. There's my Acme poster. So that poster, the red poster, that's actually a limited edition. They only made 3,000 of them, and mine's like 2,500 out of 3,000.
Nice.
And it is every Acme item that's ever appeared in the Roadrunner,
Right.
Tom and
Awesome.
Jerry cartoons. So he basically cataloged them all and then drew them, and then turned it into a poster. It was on Kickstarter about 5 years ago, and I bid on it because I thought it was awesome. And I've never actually had it on a wall. So I'm excited. And you can see over there are some of my there's my two Bob Ross pops, and my Bernadette pop, and my Dwight Schrute bobblehead doll.
Now, that's awesome. I don't know when I would have started like sort of watching or would have followed Bob Ross on Twitch or anything, but I get notifications all the time. They are streaming like
so good.
Bob Ross like 24/7. I haven't really watched.
You should.
Yeah.
It's so relaxing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's great. And then my Star Trek thing at the bottom. Ironically, on May the 4th, my Star Trek poster, my Star Trek photos on the bottom, and my coding books, my coding game design books are right there.
Awesome.
Because you should put books on a bookshelf, I guess.
Yes.
So that's that. Okay, so let's get into this. We've barely talked about this. But we did talk. Yes, happy Star Wars Day. Bob Ross is very cool. Also, we've barely talked about this, but what we're trying to do here is we're gonna create I actually set my alarm for this. That's awesome, Renchi. That's amazing. I do too, interestingly enough. We're going to make a VR experience in Minecraft. We haven't talked about what. We haven't talked about, like, we have kind of an idea that you're going to actually kind of play the experience and give me feedback, and I'm going to be sort of like the builder, so to speak. But I am definitely going to need your help because the idea that and we haven't talked about the idea, like what the actual thing is going to be. Though, I have a sense, well, we've sort of talked about it, but not like with any detail, literally like one sentence in an iMessage. And I have a sense that we're on the same page with this. So here's my idea.
Okay.
I'd like to make a VR escape room.
Okay. Good. Makes a lot of sense.
And I have some ideas on like so that the rooms get progressively harder.
Okay.
And have more intricacy in terms of like its integration with the mechanics of Minecraft.
Yeah.
So things like, I came prepared for this. Quite a bit. In fact, I had to do things today to prep, and normally I don't. But look I got my iPad and I'm mirroring it.
Nice. All the technology. I'm on two computers with Minecraft, both with Windows 10. one with VR and
Yeah.
one without, because the cool thing, and I'm sorry, one of the cool things about Minecraft and VR, and then I'll let you get back to your awesome sketching and our planning. But Minecraft for virtual reality is actually completely just Bedrock Minecraft. So, like, in other words, if you're on your Xbox in a realm, like I'm going to be in the Participate realm, working on one computer without VR and the other with VR. Mike's going to be working without VR, and quite honestly, he could be on his iPad, his Xbox, whatever. So the fact that it's so well integrated with that makes it awesome, because from a building standpoint, and look, Mike's already drawn away, from a building standpoint, and this is one of the best experiences I had with my students with Minecraft and VR, or VR in general, was when I had a team of students decide to do their final game in Minecraft, but for virtual reality. And the coolest thing ever was to, every day, this was a team of 3, almost always, there were 2 kids not in VR building, and 1 kid in VR testing the game and giving immediate feedback to his peers. And the kind of feedback, which was really neat, was like, you would be going down a stairwell, and in regular Minecraft, that might be fine. In VR, all of a sudden you felt so closed in and claustrophobic. So the kind of feedback was like, let's blow this out a little bit and make it a wider stairwell. So what it did for us was it gave the kids a true experience in creating for this medium in an environment that they were comfortable with. So now we've got Mike's awesome sketch, which looks like, and this is interesting too, because my sort of contribution before he said escape room was like, ooh, I kind of wanted to do a dungeon type, maze type thing. And I think we're going to kind of combine those. It's going to really be the same kind of idea. Like maybe we're in a dungeon trying to escape, kind of thing.
So, yes to all of that. So I had this idea where you had rooms that you had to go through. So I should preface all of this by saying I've never actually done an escape room. So I have a sense of what an escape room is from, watching things on TV. That great episode of Schitt's Creek where they have to escape the escape room.
There's an escape room episode of Schitt's Creek?
Yeah, and it's so funny.
What season? Because I feel like I've watched
near the end. It's fairly near the end.
I wonder if we've missed that, because I've seen we love that show. All right, I'm back. I'm gonna go check it out.
So there's a good episode. So and stuff like that. So my sense is that an escape room in Minecraft would have various Minecraft elements that require you to do things either in a succession or things that may not be so obvious, or at least less obvious as you progress through the various rooms.
Mm-hmm.
And you do things in some sort of a way that allows you to progress to the next possible room.
Right.
I also had this idea of choice. So you can see that room 2 actually has 2 possible outcomes.
Mm-hmm.
And then you eventually end up back in the same room regardless.
7.
Right? Number 7. That's right. And it's a big room.
Okay.
I also had this idea where you would go through not only rooms, but hallways. One of the cool things about being, I think, in VR in first person is the visual aspect of this. Right. And that your field of view is different. So walking through, for example, like a cool, like rainbow light hallway or something like that would be pretty trippy.
Definitely.
And awesome. So and I think I have some pretty good design chops for stuff like that. Like
yes, definitely.
I could probably build a pretty cool kind of like hallway that would be pretty rad in VR.
Awesome.
So, and I had the idea of building this all in one big square, like a cube.
Okay.
So we need to bring in some Minecraft programming, because I need to obviously not build by hand a giant cube. Very Stephen.
I think I can help you with
very
that.
Stephen Reed-esque, if you know what I'm saying, where everything is enclosed in this like giant space.
Yeah.
And frankly, it can be in the It could be in the air, maybe. It could be
The underground.
It could be underground. I don't know. Actually, being underground it'd be neat to like walk down a flight of stairs, go through a doorway,
Yes.
and that's your entrance to.
Yes.
So the entrance to the cube. Oh, I just deleted things.
No, totally. Yeah, and it gives that feeling like we're going underground. Like, I keep wanting this sort of dungeon motif in a sense. And it's also kind of interesting too, because it could be like this little, like, you don't even notice it as this big monstrosity in the world, but all of a sudden you go down and kind of, did you see, oh man, we just watched the movie. What was it called? I Built a Maze or something like that. Did anybody see that? Oh my gosh, it was awesome. So this guy, I mean, really kind of funny and quirky and somewhat thrillery. But this guy built a maze out of cardboard, and it was one of those things, you see the cardboard maze in the apartment, but then when you get into the maze, you realize you're in quite a maze. I highly recommend it. We really enjoyed it. But look at that. Oh, see, and that's the other. Yeah. So, and we could also eventually decide maybe that the roller coaster drops you either in or close to the escape. Dave made a maze. Of course, Eric knows. Did you see it, Eric? And here, while we're thinking about it, Eric had asked a question too. He said, "Is there a is there a guide to Minecraft VR?" The beauty is, okay, so a couple things. One, Minecraft in VR, it's native to, so it's essentially Windows 10. You do not install a special Minecraft VR. That's the one thing which I love. When you go into, let's say, your Oculus Rift and you bring up Oculus, you go navigate to Minecraft and open it, and it opens in VR. So that part's easy. When it comes to the controls, you're using, once you're holding your VR controls, for anybody who's used to playing on like an Xbox, it'll feel fairly intuitive. So really neat stuff. And you'll see that. I'll jump in soon. But I guess I should get in. Right now, I'm not in VR because we're going to at least get this thing started.
Yeah. So here's we're in the participate realm. It has a bunch of cool stuff to support kind of the streams. We have a little redstone demonstration area that we built to do some redstone streams and commands and command block streams. You can see some of that stuff here. This is our Minecraft roller coaster that we've done episodes on. If you've missed some of those, they're in our YouTube channels, and you can go and watch that. We in one of the things on commands and command blocks, we built a giant dome in the water. We built it in the area where we happened to spawn an ender dragon that voided out the sea, which is also, was a thing that we did once. So my thought is, so Steve, here, this white square with the blue square inside of it, that's the spawn. You spawn right in the middle of this.
Where are you talking?
And sorry?
I'm sorry, where are you saying?
Over by the roller coaster. This blue square is where you spawn.
Okay.
When you spawn into this realm, and we eventually plan on making this realm, public, as kind of like a theme park where you can go and experience.
And you can go to
different things that we've built.
Theme park.
Yeah. So. And my goal is to eventually make like walkways where you can walk to all these different places. So my thought is to not build this cube too far away, but far away enough that we have room to support it. So I'm going over here a bit.
We could also remember, because with the fill command and stuff, I mean, we could carve it right under the water. So there's also the option, if you want, that you could.
That's exactly what we're going to do.
Okay. And let me answer another question of Eric's. Totally 6 degrees of freedom. Which is probably the main reason why there's at least currently no Minecraft on like the Oculus Go, although there was on the Gear VR. But anyway, and it's not on the Quest yet, which is just beyond me. But it'll get there, I gotta believe.
Okay.
But anyway,
so here's what I'd like to do.
Okay.
And this is where I need your expertise.
Yep. we got to think about how big it's going to be. So when you were doing that, so why don't we, like, what we really need to do is, let's just figure out. I'm just going to do something silly here for a minute.
I give you some coordinates.
Yeah. Well, okay. So do you want to think? Because I was going to just, so do you? In other words, the coordinates are going to go. So you're going to give me the coordinates? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Have a sense. All right.
Okay. So that, and then it's going to go. Gosh, we got to go far, man.
That's
I mean, we could always blow it out more later if we have to.
What's the X? 76, 77?
Here, so we got right now, yes, I'm sorry, wait, 70. See, this is what I love about this too, Mike. This is 78.
78.
Is that for those people watching, I hope you start to see that we're really pulling it all together. Like, one of the things about doing these streams and these things is that, we're not just doing this completely unique experience right now. We're taking all the things we hope we've taught, in the past too. We've got Scott Biter here. There's a and you can't. So Quest Link, I know you can use, but in fact I tried it yesterday. I just ran into a little issue, but I think I know why. And then the Gear VR app to sideload, I gotta try. On the go, I don't know how well it would go, but we can see. So anyway, so Mike, you coming up with
Yeah. Okay, so the block you're at that first corner.
But am I writing that, or you have it marked?
Write that down.
Okay.
You're going to need those numbers because you're the one that's going to code this.
Right. Notepad. All right. Let's see here. So I've got it at 78, 64, 141.
Okay, and I'm at 78.
Hold on there, buddy.
Okay.
141. Now the thing is, I'm actually going to go a little lower than the 64 because I don't want it to be right up to the surface. I want it to be
no. We want it under.
So I'll go like 60 would be 4 blocks under. Do you want it more than that?
Yeah.
55, I'll say, for the start. Okay.
No.
Much lower?
Yeah, hold on.
All right, I'm holding on. I'm talking about for the starting, for the highest part.
Yeah. So am I.
Okay.
Like 40 45.
45. Okay.
So 78, 45.
Right, and then 141. Now you got to tell me where. Now, a couple questions. So first off, how far out do you want to go? Have you gone to the next points? Because what you'll do is you'll tell me the coordinates that you want me to go to.
Yeah. 78, 45. So what did you say your number is?
78, 45, 141. So I would, yeah.
$141.
We can do math here too.
241.
Oh, I think you're gonna need to make me an operator in a second too.
So make it 291. That'd be 150 blocks, right?
291 for which one? For the Z?
Yeah, so 78, 45, 291.
78. Okay, but it's not going to be 45, but 45 I'll put for a minute, and then 291. Now the question about the 45 though is how deep
why wouldn't it be 45?
Because that would only be one layer of, we want to make it a cube. So right now you have
a hollow cube, yeah.
You have us right now at the same Y for the starting and ending point. So it's going to be like a square. Like
I was just giving you the next corner.
Yeah, so no, but now
not with that the inverse corner.
Well, you're right about that, but now go deep, and that's what it's going to do, because it's going to make it a cube. So in other words, 45. How deep do we want this to be? Do we want it, or how?
100 at least. 150 by 150 square.
Well, we might not be able to do that, to be honest, because it might be too many blocks. But the other thing is, why would we want? Isn't most of it going to be rooms that go into each other? Like, are we going to be going up and down a lot inside the escape village room? Okay, so let's go to, how about if we go 40 down, or because let's go to like 05. Does that sound all right?
Sorry, I'm not following you.
Okay. So we're starting at a height of 45, like, which is really still under the water, but up here, right?
Yeah, it's about
Decide how far down.
about 15 blocks under the water.
Okay. We have to decide how far down we want to go from there. So
Yeah,
we're starting
150.
I don't think we can do. I don't think it'll let us.
What's the max depth?
It's not a matter of the max depth as much as how many blocks you can use the fill command for. So when you go to 150 but again, now granted, we can also later add another thing that brings us down further. So it doesn't matter that much. Let's go with 05, and it'll be a 40 block cube by the 150 that I think you made it by nothing. So that's another issue. The X needs the X needs to change also.
Oh yes. Yeah. 150 square. So
you want 78 to what though? Which direction? Because it's important. If we go the wrong direction, we might cut out something existing.
Negative. So someone needs to do some math for me here.
78
minus 150.
And I still don't think it'll let us do that.
Like negative something.
78 minus 150. I could do that on my phone.
There are people in the room, and this is actually, it's funny. This is Math Week on the Learning at Home community on Participate. So
I got a calculator on my computer. It's neat. Minus 150, negative 72. All right, we're gonna try it.
Treffler was in with that too, by the way.
With the math, he got it.
In with the math.
Good morning, Brad. All right, now
he's hosting a new show on the Participate channel starting next week, by the way.
Is it this week?
Starting next week.
What time?
It'll be 1 p.m. on Tuesdays.
Awesome. All right. So, Mike, what block do we want to make this with? Oh, you have to give me
Obsidian.
That's what I was thinking. You have to give me permission as like in the realm as like an operator or whatever.
Okay. How do I do that?
You go to the members thing. And right now I'm probably listed as a member. And if you click that, I think you could change it to
settings, members, operator.
Done. You did it already, right? Because it's already looking like it's ready to work.
Yeah, you're good.
All right. So here's the question. I should let people see my screen as well. I'm going to share my screen because I want you to see what this says, and then we'll deal with it. Share screen. Application. All right, ready? Here's on my screen now, Mike. Well, you probably ready? So when I do the fill command, you ready for this?
Yeah, go.
Boom. See what it says? Too many blocks in the area. 934,000 whatever apparently is greater than 32,000 whatever. So we're going to rethink this. And we could add other rooms later. Don't get too worried. We can add other huge blocks when we're ready. But for now, let's do it as 50 by 50 by the 40, okay? So I'm going to change the 72 to positive 28. You get that? So I'm going from 78 to 28 on the X, 45 to 5 on the Y, and 141 instead of 291, we've got to change it to 141 plus 50, which is 191. Okay.
Can we fill this with air so we don't have to like?
It's gonna be hollow. Of course, Mike. That's what the zero hollow is.
Perfect.
Okay, ready?
Yes. Born ready.
Boom. Still a little too big. It's a lot too big.
Boy.
So what'll happen, just so you know, is we'll end up adding more of these rooms as we need them. Okay.
Great.
So I'm gonna change it to, instead of 45, I'm gonna only go down. Let's try to go to 30, which is gonna be 15, 78 to 48. Oop, that's not it. And then 141 to 171. Let's see if that worked. And boom. We did it.
Now it's there.
If you look at it too, 29,791 blocks. So we were pretty close to what you're allowed to do. Okay.
All right. So it should be.
Why don't I see it?
I see it.
What the
it's
heck?
in spots under the ground. Like you can see
yeah,
it.
But how far? All right, I guess I could teleport there. Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. Because teleport to. Give me. Where are you right now? Are you near it?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to teleport to you. Okay, boom. All right, there. Oh, that's kind of cool, isn't it? It's like it's totally embedded.
It's exactly as far down as I would want. Like
Exactly
I
where we
wanted it to be like almost unseen under the water.
totally coolly hidden by that other stuff. That worked out
Yeah.
beautifully.
Yeah.
All right. So now here's an interesting issue.
Okay.
If we break our way in, it's going to flood with water.
Well, it's
But-
just gonna. I was ready. It's funny.
But there's-
I actually
there's a-
added a block to my inventory.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I
but
can do it.
there's a better way, Mike. Ready?
We can teleport inside.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to come here and I'm just going to teleport to boom,
Like a few blocks down.
negative 25 for all I care. And then boom. And now I should be in it, which I am. And now you're in here too, or no?
No. So I need to teleport to you. So I go TP.
Just to me, yeah. Mine fair, whatever I am.
Mine
And then just hit
fair 04. Awesome.
So it looks like
we
a
need
lair.
some
Kind of,
light.
Brad. So let's just recap because we have so many new people who moved in. I think we're up to 100 people watching us right now, Mike. So Brad asked, "Is this a lair?" So what we're doing is we're building a virtual reality or an escape room intended to be played in VR. It doesn't have to be because you could still play it in regular Minecraft, but we're designing it so that it lends well to the VR experience. So now we have a big, oh, I see what you're doing. Good work there. All right. You're doing that at least just as a temporary thing.
Yeah.
Just to give us a little light, shed some light on the situation. So
It's pretty deep. It just isn't
right.
Wide and narrow.
And
it needs to be basically quadruple this.
And you know what we could do? Do you want to see that? You want it quadrupled, right? Yeah. So why don't we do? Oh, we could enable night vision. Eric said, why don't we be a little mathematical here since we have Brad on the stream? So this will be interesting. All right. So if you remember, you wanted it to be about 5 times this size, right? At least.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So this is what we could do right off the bat is, so I went from 78 to 48 and we wanted to go further along there, right? So watch this. I can go now from the second. Do we want it to be a second room? It can be. There could be, of course, right? I mean, there could be a doorway.
I would break the way I had in my mind was this was a giant containing room.
Yeah.
That contained all the rest of the experience.
Right. So do you want it to, because if we want it to stay that way,
I would just break down the walls next to the next one.
I think I can do that. Will this work? Well, sort of. We might have to break down some walls, or just fill something with air at some point. But I'm going to go 48. Whoops, 48 to now another 30, let's say, would be 18, right? So in theory, do you see what I'm doing here? I'm going to build another. Will this work? This should work. Another whole room that's going to be the same exact size, but it's going to be right next to this one along the way you wanted to go, which was you wanted to keep going down until we were at that negative whatever, right? So watch this. So if I do this, boom, it just filled another 28,000 blocks right next to it. So it's like now we have our second thing the same size.
In which direction? Do you know?
Here, let's do this again. Well, actually, we can. We could teleport there too, right? Like I could teleport now to.
Well, I mean, we have a 1 in 4 chance if we break one of these walls that we're in the next room. Yes.
And we have a 3 in 4 chance that we flood this area.
I think that's numbers that I'm willing to play with here.
All right, I think it's that way, but I don't know why.
Nope.
So fill it. You filled it right up.
Yeah.
Good man. So this is like our own escape room before we even make the escape room.
Yeah, really. No. So it must be.
We hope.
No, none of them are. None of them.
Would it be this one then?
To an empty room.
Is this the next one? No. Wait a minute. All right, let's see what I did wrong.
Did you build below us?
No, because below would have been, let's see. So this one went 48 to 18. It's still 45 and 15. It's still 141 to 171. So I'm going to teleport myself to, oh boy, math. 49, 45, 141. What did I just say? 49,
45,
141.
141.
And in theory, I should have been in another, let's see. This is weird. Wait.
That put you kind of above.
All right, so here's another, all right, I'm above the original room. Look over here, though. I think there is, see, I think, I keep trying to fall down in, all right, so now I'm at 53, but it really should be this way. Yeah, see, it's here, but I don't know why they're not connected right just now. And maybe, let's see. So I'm going to teleport down to get into this one. -20. I have a shark or something here. All right. Oh, that didn't make sense either. Did I?
So that put you here. So are you in a room right now?
I thought I would have been, but I'm not exactly. Something weird going on here. Unless there's some reason why. And Ben just joined us. Hello, Ben Kelly. All right, I just got confused. Hold on. I'm going to teleport way up in the air for a minute. All right. So now so come up to where I am for a minute. So Ben, what we are doing is we've decided on our experience for VR. We're going to create essentially like an escape room, or more like almost even an adventure-y game with multiple rooms that we have to, get out of and advance to, and puzzles and things like that. But you're where I am, right, Mike? So down here, this should be, if I go below here, right, /TP, like -15, let's say, I should be in another room, which now I think I am.
Yeah.
All right. So now, but there is water in here, which is very interesting. Is that water or ice, or? But it should be. I mean, it should be hollow. That's why I'm just a little confused. It should have been a hollow.
The exact code as you did before.
Yeah. Did you break your way in or no?
No, I'm not in.
All right.
I'm trying to figure out where it is relative to the other square.
Yeah. All right. So actually, it should be, if I go not that way, if I go this way, whoops. Yeah, if I go this way, I should hit a wall. And now if I break through this wall, I should be in our other one, which I am. See that? See, Mike?
Oh,
so
perfect.
It does go here. You see where I am here?
Did it get off-centered?
It shouldn't have.
Offset?
I just don't know why there's like, if you break through here, through what I just made, it's like weird. Like there's another room here, but it's also got water in it. But it's actually in some ways kind of cool too, but I don't really know why. You see what I mean?
Where did the water come from?
I don't know. Because in theory, I made a cube that was completely obsidian. So I think it should have. Now, I don't think it would have kept any of the water in. It would have not done that. So let's try this again, just to see. I'm going to watch it from here. Ready? I'm going to actually watch the whole thing happen from here and see what you're in there. You're in there, right?
Yeah.
You should become surrounded by a hollow, big obsidian cube. Did something just happen?
Yeah. The water went away. The water
went away. It did?
Yeah. There's no.
So now it's correct, right?
Yes.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay. So
and
now
you're saying that what in which direction do I need to break to connect to the next room?
See where I'm breaking right here?
Yeah.
That whole wall.
Oh, look at that. Which
we could also fill the one wall with air, but we don't need to do that right now, right? So now, while you're doing that, I'm just going to enter the world in VR for a second as our first little. I mean, I know we didn't do much, but just to kind of go through that process, as you say in Canada. So let's see here. Hold on.
Who is it that there's someone that
I
loves?
can't really hear you right now so well, but I can in a second. All right.
Oh, I know who it is. It's Andy Lizer. Andy Lizer says he listens to On Education just to hear me say process.
That's funny. All right, so I'm going in to participate now in VR, which I think is so cool too, right? That I can just jump into this realm. Now, the funny thing is, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you, oops, that's not it. Can you TP me to you right now?
You're right beside me.
No, the other me.
Oh, so that is /TP.
And I really should be sharing this screen too, shouldn't I? So TP, MF, and then just hit tab. Do you know how if you hit tab now, it'll just,
and then to
Silent River, yeah. All right, so now this is the me in VR, okay? Now I'm gonna actually share this screen also. I wonder how it'll look to people watching, but it's so funny, but you can see me fumbling around now on screen. Let's see. I'm gonna, let's see if this will work.
It's great. This is a nice big room.
All right, let's see if this works.
So we're gonna do this escape room all week. This is gonna be our regular.
Yeah, we do, however, have a special guest, I think, tomorrow. Well, I want to confirm, but if all goes well, Tyser X, who's a YouTuber who specializes in Minecraft 360 videos, is likely going to be joining us tomorrow. We'll see some of his cool stuff, and hopefully he'll play around with us in this world also. That might be the way to keep going. Now, I think I shared my second screen, right? And if you show that for a minute, I think it'll show a little different view because it'll show the controls with me in VR.
Oh.
Okay. So now, I don't know if you can get a sense in the video or in the of what it's like for me, because obviously I'm in the goggles, but it's pretty awesome. And right now, you know, I mean, I could build, I could do anything, you know, I would want. I can fall all the way down here. I can say hello to the creeper over here. The creeper is life size. And luckily, yeah, it's kind of cool. Like I'm walking with the creeper. So this is our first room. Okay. Now, does this room break through to the other room, Mike? I just want to go through.
Yeah, you just got to turn the opposite direction. I'm breaking down the wall right now.
Let's see where, all right, I see you there. Okay, so now I'm in the other room, right?
Yeah. Cool.
All right, this is excellent. So now we got our work cut out for us. No pun intended. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So now we can go on and build the whole inside part if you want to just have the whole 150 by 150 or wherever you wanted, or we could start creating the experience. What do you think?
Well,
or you could be building the experience and I could keep going further.
Yeah, if you could make two other
going in the same direction, like another.
No. I don't want it long. I wanted a cube. So, in the so yeah, the first one was at whatever 77, 78, 40, whatever 170, and it ends at like 142. So in that whatever direction makes it a cube is really what I'm saying.
Yeah. So I'm thinking, so you want me to go the Z now. So 48.
I'm gonna
yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so I'm gonna now go for my Z to one. Let me see how this works. Z was going to keep going up, I think. So 171 to 201. Ready? Let's see if this works. All right, now in theory, we should now have 3 large cubes. Did it say that it did it? Yep, okay. So we should have the 3 cubes. I got to plug in here. Apparently I'm using up lots of energy doing this Minecraft stuff. So as far as the Oculus Quest, now I'm actually using the Rift there, but I do have the Quest link. I'll find out for you which cable it is because I have cables everywhere. Let's see. I'll have to find it because I ordered it on Amazon. I'll try to find the link for you. But anyway, so are you looking at the west side yet, Mike, to see if I truly, let's see. That's not the right way. Let's see, 151, that doesn't make sense. Wait a minute. But I'm gonna try, does that make sense? 171, 201. Hmm. 4818. Oh, 7848. All right, let me try this one now. All right, let's see if this works. Yeah, well, we did sketch it, actually. You missed that. We sketched out the plan, the general plan. What I do need is always, and I just don't know why I don't have a set of Post-its here, because when it comes to writing coordinates, Post-its are, I think, what they were made for. So let's see. Good question, Val Knight. The VR part does not work in Education Edition. What, did I mess something up?
Oh, no.
Good. Is water coming?
It just got filled with water, and all the glowstones got replaced.
Crud. But what I did shouldn't have done that, I don't think. It should have still created another cube.
Oh, man.
Well, let's see. Let's see, where are you?
Well, I don't know anymore.
Uh-oh. Because the room I'm in is still secure. So we could also just rebuild the ones we need to.
Yeah, so I guess the lesson is we need to finish the outer walls before we start building anything, because...
Yeah, okay, so you want to build the whole
Well,
outside.
I mean, it looks like it's clear that we have to, because I just started building things and it all got replaced.
Okay, gotcha. Sorry about that. All right, so but why would it do that? Because mathematically, I think I'm doing it right. And
there's tons of water in here now.
Yeah. So watch this, though. Tell me if this changes anything.
Oh, you know what you did? I know what you did. You built the room in the opposite direction that I was expecting you to build it.
Oh, but let me try that again.
Okay. But it's okay. It didn't really matter. You did
right. And drink a night potion, just at least for our audience sake, so they could see better. But I'm gonna try it again. Just watch what happens. See if it creates a solid one this time. All right. Boom. Did it do it?
A solid one.
In other words, without the water, or is there still water everywhere?
No, there's not water, but there's air.
But
it's not solid. It's empty.
No, but it should be empty on the inside. But
yeah, it is.
So what I think happens, correct me if I'm wrong,
or something.
What's that?
Just buggy or something.
I think what might happen is that maybe when I first build one of these, it breaks something, so water gets in before it does the fill. So maybe I need to fill it one further out, and we'll just have to break 2 walls to get through. Is that okay? Does that make sense?
Sure.
Tell me now, though, do we have
this work though? Like right. It's empty.
I think, because like I said, what I think happened is I think when I first create the obsidian cube, because I did the same exact cube twice.
It's almost like you got to do it twice.
And this happened to us before also. But what I'm saying is, if I didn't do it that way, because what I'm doing is I'm breaking the same first wall to make the second one. I think the moment I break that wall, water gets in,
Oh, there's
then
yeah.
So I think if I go from here and then one out, there'll be a too thick wall because each of these cubes will be completely separate. And then if we break through the two walls, we'll still be enclosed. It's a weird thing. I think that's what's happening.
On the other side of the wall you're standing on, beside, is
Mhm.
it's got water in it.
Wait a minute. Whoops. Let's try this again. TP. All right, so I'm where you are now.
Yeah.
And you're saying there's water in. But what was this? Is this a room though? Oh, that's probably the first extra one I did, right? So watch this. Now that should be, there's the math drives me nuts. 78, 48, 171, 201. Wait. 48, 18. Tell me if this takes that away. Let's see. Did that just get rid of that?
No.
You sure?
Didn't get rid of the water in that one corner.
Okay. But it created a new wall that you have to break again.
Yeah.
All right. Oops. Oh, that's weird. Oh, but you already... Is that what this room is? I need night vision.
Yeah, the night vision seems to make a big difference. I was...
Okay. Oh, look at that. All right. So now we have this cube. I see that cube is the problem.
3 of the 4 are good.
Okay.
the one is full of water.
Yeah, but all right. So this one goes from 45-ish, 4372.
While you're figuring that out, I'll show the sketch.
Okay.
For the folks that weren't here when it was. There's the sketch. So right now we're working on the big room. It'll have an in and an out. It'll have a few rooms. Obviously, this isn't exactly the way it's going to be. And there's some depth to this, I think, now at this point, too. What's the point of building a giant cube? Could you have used a lighter color block for the walls? Remember that this isn't the outer wall of the room we're actually going to be experiencing. This is kind of the... So what I thought in my head was like Stephen Reed, for example, builds these giant like Minecraft experiences, but builds them in these giant rooms, and then he's got all the things inside of it, right? And so this is that. So this is a giant room that will hold a bunch of smaller rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Hidden back walls. That's right. This is the space in which we will build.
Yes.
And you will know yes, that's exactly it. So this is the container in which the VR experience will be contained.
Yeah, so 49. Oops. So 200 the Z and 170 something. All right, let me try this one. Oh, so it's the 171 201, I think. So Mike, tell me if this clears up the issue that we're having with water right where we are. But
I will.
Ready? Boom.
Yeah. Oh. Yes, water is
okay.
going.
So that's that having to do it twice thing. So that's just an odd thing that I think we can
like a bug or something.
Well, no, what I think it's doing is I think I have this cube. Then I'm making another cube, but I'm using this same first wall. So I think what's happening is as I create this wall over the other one, it's like letting water in or something, and then it's making a cube with water in it at that point, where if I then do it a second time, it like is just, it's odd. I kind of get it. But anyway, so do we want to keep going with the outer walls still?
I feel like this is what I had in mind.
Okay, so we're good right now.
This feels like a pretty big space. Like once you I think we can work within the confines of
Okay, perfect. So at least for starters. I mean, if we do more later, we'll be a little more careful. As if.
I
So,
wish I knew, and this actually could be a good experimenter. We need to figure out where the corner is that's closest to the spawn point.
okay.
Because what I don't want is people to enter the room from the opposite corner of the actual, like, I want to create a walkway eventually to lead people from
Yeah. To where you want it to
from
start.
the spawn point to the starting entrance.
Sure. Well, maybe that's what we do next.
Yeah, so we got to figure out what corner is the corner that's closest to the.
Okay. Oh boy.
So if we TP, can you TP the spawn?
If it is really spawn, yeah, I can kill myself. So I'm going to go game mode, survival / kill. Now, in theory, yep, just as you said, I'm at spawn. Okay. And we could set world spawn. That's very true, of course.
Okay, so I got to see where you are. Come close to me.
What do you want me to do?
So you're at spawn right now, yeah?
Yeah, you can just teleport to me if you want.
Well, no, what I want to do is I want to actually see your avatar outside of the space.
Oh, you mean just the you just want to see the highlight,
like your name, yeah, because
yeah.
it shows your name, right?
Right.
That'll actually. So if you can come generally close to the area that we.
I see what you're saying. I gotta find it again. What's it near? Is it near that big sphere or not quite?
It is relatively near the big sphere. A poet, and I don't even know.
So, geez.
You could set world spawn. Yeah. We have a good world spawn. It's kind of right where we want it.
Now, interesting. While I'm looking for you, what I'll point out too is so for me, content creation in VR has been something I've been working on with students and really wanting to do more and more with. It was funny because I started out thinking, oh, if I'm going to do VR, I have to be doing like Unity or something, right? So I had my kids trying to do things in Unity. And this is sort of a thing I've come across other times in my educational life, is that the amount of time it took for them to do anything, that wasn't even that impressive in Unity, at least for my 8th graders, was a huge amount of time. Kind of took away from the excitement of the, let's see what it would be like to create a VR experience.
Not as fun.
Right. So in other words, so when we started, then I thought about it. I'm like, my gosh, Minecraft has, the capability to be played in VR. So why don't we, again, kind of take that and like say, I bet in about 5 minutes, the kids could be up and doing something cool in VR. So that was where that kind of stemmed from. And then this week, and it's funny that you brought up Escape Room because Felix and I, you remember Felix, he's been in our stream and might even return soon because he created an escape room. And yeah, we always come back to Minecraft. It's like, and sometimes we forget, like, it's like the answer is right in front of your face. I cannot find this mic for some reason.
So I can tell you where I am.
Oh, tell me your coordinates. How about that?
So I'm at like one. What was like the
give me your actual coordinates.
Okay, 33, 43, 168.
33. Okay, 43, 168 or negative 168.
No, 168.
Okay, 33. All right. See, this is weird. I got it. 33. Not okay. Here we go. I'm coming towards you now. Sort of 33 though.
Yeah, I mean that's.
And then the Z is 168.
But like, I mean, it's a big space, right? So.
I know, but I'm like trying to stay on the same X coordinate now.
I'm trying to remember where we what our original coordinate was for the first corner.
Oh, this is killing me.
78,
Wait, I
Yeah.
actually have this. TP. So where are you?
Here it is. 78, 43, 143.
TP 78, 43. Then what?
140. Do like 140, 138.
138. Okay. So I'm coming now. Can you see? All right. I think I see it down there now. And then I got to find spawn. Okay. So, all right.
I feel like it's right here.
Do you see my? I see you.
I would.
I'm right above you. Do you see me if you look straight up?
Oh, there you are.
Okay.
Right above me.
But
okay.
I'm not near the spawn. Not so near the spawn. So let me see if I get us back.
Is it the corner closest to the spawn?
Here we go. Now, see where I'm going now? Can you see my? Can you follow the direction that I'm going?
I followed. I saw you for a second, and you've disappeared.
All right, let me come back a little bit.
You've disappeared.
So this is crazy. All right, so there's the. We made it too hidden.
Here, I can solve this.
Can you see me now? Yeah, you should be able to see me if you look up now.
Yes, I can see you now.
Now, tell me if you can. This is kind of weird. Can you follow the direction I'm going now?
I can. Yes, I can see where you're going.
Oh, actually, I could tell you where to go. Ish.
That's kind of the hope.
Yeah, I know. So, what you want your X and Z to be?
I just wanted the general idea of the corner of the brick of the cube closest to spawn.
I get you, but I'm trying to see. I can't. So I'm right now. I'm at 120, 76, 51, and I'm kind of near the spawn.
Perfect.
Okay.
Work with this.
I'm not right at it, but at least if you can get.
No, you didn't need to be.
Okay.
So if we made our first entranceway.
Hello. I'm not sure who that is, but welcome to the stream. Oh, is that Moses? Moses, if it's you, nice to see you. And I do have some Rocket League stuff planned for this week. If you're up for it, Thursday, we could have part of that tournament, and Friday, a match, I think at 6 o'clock if we want.
Right here.
So,
okay. Yes.
So you know where you are? Oh my gosh, do you see what time it is, Mike?
Yeah. Oh my God.
It's funny.
Ridiculous.
So we got a project ahead of us, my friend, but we always get ourselves into this, don't we?
I think that this took a little longer than I was expecting, but I also think that
you know what we could do, Mike?
What do we do? Tell me.
Do you want to work on this during our 3 o'clock stream today too, and just kind of move a little, get some progress?
Make some progress?
Progress in the process?
In the process?
I think we should, if you're up for it.
Yeah.
Okay. And also, part of the reason why we're doing all this week is on Thursday, we're going to be part of a couple things with the Students in VR conference, which is happening, which I'll be tweeting stuff out about it, look for it. But there's a whole conference, it's like 2 days. They're going to be promoting our stream for the 9 a.m. And then at 12:30 Eastern, Felix and I are going to be in VR, in AltSpace VR presenting. And AltSpace VR is cool because you can do it in a headset, but also you don't have to. You can be on the computer and still be in this virtual environment. So I'll be sharing that out as well. Hopefully you'll be with us for a lot of these fun activities this week. Hopefully Tyser will be with us tomorrow, and either he'll show us some of the cool stuff and then we'll get back to building, or maybe he'll even join us for some building. He's awesome. If you haven't seen the stuff he does on YouTube, Tyser X, check him out. So anything else you want to mention, Mr. Mike?
No, man. I've cracked through the ground. I'm letting water into the cube as we speak. Unintentionally.
Unintentionally?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Only in the sense that you gotta break a few eggs and make an omelet, friend.
That's right. Speaking of,
So,
I'm a little.
everyone have a great morning. We'll see you later today. We will continue making our escape room for VR. I've got an entranceway. I know where the entrance is, and we're ready to go.
Okay, cool. And like you say, we'll be back later. I'll post this to YouTube. If you want to breeze through it and see where we got so far, if you missed anything, and then join us later. We might need to recruit some builders at some point, Mike. We'll just see.
Yeah.
He says no. He says,
See everyone later. Bye now.
Bye.